there you guys, it is me, RandomJosh, and I am back again with another Face Mask Friday! And today, as you can clearly tell, I have some ultimately bold makeup on right now. So if you want to see how I got this look using the EYN Brights palette, the new one by Beauty Bay, then stay tuned and find out how. Okay, so we've pretty much started off with a pretty simplistic base, just, you know, my normal starting point. And now I'm just taking some of the Revolution eyeshadow primer and just popping that over the eyelids, just using my fingers there to blend that through the eyelids and making sure that we've got that gorgeous coverage and finish. And now dipping into the EYN Brights palette by Beauty Bay, starting off there with that yellow shade. It is called Hello Sunshine. So just taking that on the inner corner, using a bit of a fluffy brush so that we can blend that out nicely. And essentially these first colours are just going to be pretty much going through the crease. So I brought mine through a little bit more just because the next colour is going to be a orange, and you know, which you can see there, which is the shade Heat Wave. So yeah, now we can take that slightly over that yellow shade because this allows for a more seamless blend so that the colours do not just look like two completely separate colours, and it just looks a lot smoother. Now going in with the red shade there, this is the colour Hot Stuff, which is gorgeous, gorgeous red. Just again trying not to overly saturate in the colours, but like get enough pigment that you can just tell. So that's the beginning piece. Now adding a little bit of purple in just to finish off the top half, and that is the colour Sugar Plum, which is the, I'd say, the lighter of the purples, and it blends really nicely with that red, I must say, and just transitions really well. So yeah, I definitely love just how cool almost this looks. It sounds so stupid, but like, yeah, you can just see how it all blends out and looks really cool. So now for the actual cut crease piece. So this I know for definite that I'm not amazing at, and this did take a little while. So essentially you want to just pop your whatever kind of concealer or eyeshadow primer, eyeshadow, you know, something to essentially cut the crease. You want to take it on the bottom part and then just kind of open your eye, and then it kind of guides you on roughly where to go. Now I ended up taking the primer just straight onto that little brush there, just to make it a lot easier. And you definitely will want to use a brush for this part of the tutorial, just because you want that kind of clean line almost. So I went in here as well. This is totally like unnecessary, but I thought I'd go in with the shade Bare Necessity, and again this is within the same palette. This is just, you know, you could totally just do this and then kind of stop the tutorial and just do a more simplistic cut crease, maybe bring the colour into that a little piece. But yeah, I just wanted to add that in there. So I'm actually taking the shade Frosted Lime here, which is this gorgeous shimmery green colour. I did start doing this with my fluffy blending brush, which is probably the complete wrong idea, and many people who are actually good at makeup might kill me for doing that, because you should really use like a flat brush just to really pack the colour on, because as you can see there, the colour isn't that definitive, it isn't that strong. It's still gorgeous, and looks really pretty, but like you can see I had to keep working in there. And this was the moment that I realised that I had made a mistake. And yes, my brushes are filthy, so please do not judge those. But yeah, so finally going in now with a flat brush just over that crease piece. I took it a little bit further in to the eye just so that again we can get a nice seamless blend. And now going in with the blue colour here, and this is called Splash. So yeah, again just using press motions just to really get that colour and the pigment out. It started off really, you know, not looking as strong and bold, but then as time went on and I pushed more on, I kind of saw and I was like, oh, okay, this is actually a lot more pigmented and deeper than I'd originally anticipated. And yeah, just using the clean side of that brush as well, just to merge the green with the blue a little bit more and soften it out a bit. Just again, just to get that nice clean blended look. And yeah, so that's pretty much the top half more or less finished. This is just me being extra. I actually went in with the darker blue shade as well. Again, these shades are really shimmery, but this is called Riviera. And I just put that to the more outer corner just to again add a little bit more definition and to really deepen the eyeshadow look, just because why not? So going back in again with my fluffy brush and the colour Sugar Plum. I pretty much, this filming is terrible, I'm so sorry, but I pretty much just went on again with the outer corner and tried to blend it in slightly with the inner, not the inner corner, but the inner part of the cut crease, just so that those blue shades do merge nicely with the purple. And this was completely non-intentional, but I wiped underneath my eye and ended up creating that kind of winged out look. It was not originally planned, I will not lie to you. So yeah, now we're just working on the bottom part now. So taking that yellow shade again, which is Hello Sunshine, and placing that on the inner corner of the bottom part of the eye. Trying to get as much pigment out as possible. And then I actually went with the green again, which is called Frosted Lime, and just popped that in the centerpiece. And then we went in with some Splash, and we actually ended up connecting these two because I'm a mess. It's not, again, my full intention, but we did it. And then I just blended it a little bit with my fingers just to soften that look out a little bit. So this is not extremely harsh. And then I thought, so that you don't think I've just gone in and redone everything, I actually was going in and doing some touch-ups, and it did take quite a little while of touch-ups to get it to this stage. But then just finalizing everything with some mascara. Okay, there you guys. So here is the finished look. From what I can see on the camera, it looks a little bit extreme. Yes, granted. It is obviously a very bright, bold look, so it may not be for everyone, but I think it's actually turned out a lot better than I'd originally kind of anticipated. So I did try this look before and it didn't come out just as I wanted it, but today it actually has come out fairly decent compared to my normal standard. We actually managed, I'd say, a pretty decent cut crease right there. We're getting better is the tea. But yeah, so the EYN Brights palette, this is the tea to get some ultra bright, crazy fun looks. This is so Pride, you know? Rock up in Pride looking like this, like, ooh. Ooh. I literally can't stop looking at myself, it's really bad. I need to stop. But yeah, this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoy, and I hope that you guys have kind of been given a little bit of an insight and a reason to buy the EYN Brights palette. Because honestly, it is fab. Like, the colours, everything about it is just stunning. So I'd highly recommend you buy it. The link for this palette will be, of course, down in the description, so you can check it out for yourself. Anywho, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see each and every one of you guys in the next video. Peace out, bitches!